Welcome everybody to Soul and Social. My name is Tara, and I am here today with two fabulous ladies, the co-hosts of the Reclaim Your Health podcast, Dr. Rachel Haviland and Genevieve Kohn. Super honored to have you ladies here today. Welcome.
It's our honor completely.
Thanks for having us today, Tara.
I appreciate it so much. I know we had a few kind of glitches in the getting this together, but I'm so grateful that it worked out. So I'm just going to introduce these ladies, talk a little bit about them, and then we're going to chit-chat away. So Dr. Haviland blends 19 years in scientific research, bioinformatics.
Bioinformatics.
Thank you. And statistics with cutting-edge marketing techniques to bring a unique perspective to medical marketing. An experienced writer, trainer, and speaker with an entrepreneurial mindset, she combines innovative marketing solutions with extensive healthcare knowledge to create campaigns that produce results. Dr. Haviland is passionate about helping healthcare practitioners educate, inform, and share their expertise to improve the health and quality of life of their patients' lives. Genevieve Kohn is an abundance creation guide, copywriter, and business service provider for heart-centered women entrepreneurs with over 25 years in the health and wellness industry. Genevieve has taken her passion for positively changing people's lives to a new level by assisting women in confidently living a life of abundance. She includes a Bachelor of Science in Cellular Biology, a certification in clinical chemistry, energy healing, and creating money practitioner certification to help women change their relationship with money in order to attract and retain more of it. Genevieve can help women change lifelong patterns on a cellular level. And both these ladies are co-hosts of the popular podcast, Reclaim Your Health. Welcome. I'm so excited to have you here today. We're going to have lots of fun things to talk about.
Well, we appreciate it. We had you on the show, and you did it. You actually had one of the most popular episodes on our podcast, so we appreciate that.
Oh,
thanks for having us back.
Thank you. I didn't know that.
Yeah. You talked about the power of your environment in affecting your health and wellness, and a little bit about self-care too. And it really resonated with our audience. So thank you for your insights.
Oh, that's awesome. I know I love studying all that stuff. Bruce Lipton's one that I follow, and I've always loved his work on that. So I'm excited to talk about what you guys do, because I've gotten to know you ladies. I know Genevieve a little bit more personally, but super excited to have you here. Renee is in the comments. She's having some tech issues. So, hey, Renee, we see you there. And if you can happen to join, that'd be great.
Hi, Renee.
Awesome. Okay, so can we talk a little bit about Reclaim Your Health podcast? Because as you just mentioned, I was on it, and I want to give viewers a little bit more information, because you cover quite a variety of topics, and you've had some very amazing guests on.
We really have, Tara. Thank you for having us on. I probably mentioned that before, but thanks again. What we do with Reclaim Your Health is we help women reclaim their health on the physical, emotional, and spiritual levels. So what's great about that is we can have a guest that, say, just is concentrating on a physical level, or we can have another one concentrating on a spiritual level, or we can have guests that concentrate on all three. So it really brings a wonderful combination. And the basic premise of our show is that women have the power to reclaim their own health. We don't have to wait for anybody to come in and rescue us. We can basically rescue ourselves.
I love that.
So one thing that people might not know about us and about Reclaim Your Health. So we started, Genevieve and I met 2013, I think it was.
I believe so.
The fun thing, though, is that we met online, and we've never actually met in person yet. Still.
Not yet.
So Jen is up in Boston. I'm down in Tampa, and we haven't managed to get together yet. But we've been working together for coming up 6 years. So no matter what people say about social media and the negative impacts it has, we met through social media. I think we were both speakers on a summit. And we connected, and Jen asked me to be on what was her podcast back then. And I was talking about social media for parents and what they needed to look out for. And the discussion kind of went from there, because we got to know each other, and we'd been talking about how we both had our own health issues and how we dealt with it. And we wanted to provide a resource for other people that they could come to, so that they didn't have to search all over the place to find the answers that we had found, that we would bring the experts together and interview them and help people reclaim their health that way. So that's how it all came about.
Yep, absolutely. It's been a really nice thing. I mean, I have actually several friends of mine that I have actually never been in an actual room with. I've never actually been in their physical presence. But because, and Rachel is definitely a great example of that, since we have such great synergy, it's, you know, I often forget that we haven't met in person yet.
I know, I often forget to.
I love it. I know, us online, you know, friends, it's always fantastic, actually. I know I've connected with you ladies and so many other amazing women online. So yeah, social media has some positives to it, definitely. So I want to ask you ladies a little bit more about this conversation about changing your like cellular biology. And I know, Genevieve, we talk a lot about mindset and, you know, keeping ourselves, you know, thinking positive thoughts and speaking positively, because it really does affect us. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Because I know it was one of the things we talked about on Reclaim Your Health podcast when I was on, about your environment and how it affects you. And I love the research that there is on, you know, different studies that are done where they put people in, you know, different environments that are the same cells and how they thrive differently.
Absolutely. Rachel, did you want to start with that, or did you want me to
Oh, feel free. Go ahead. I'll chip in later.
Okay, great. Well, for me, I discovered that it really has a lot to do with energy healing. So the kind of energy healing that I've learned is it literally can get down to the cells. And how can that happen? It basically starts from our energy centers. So meaning our chakras, our aura, and there's a couple of other energy centers I'm not going to get into here because I don't want to turn this into a lecture. But I basically, long story short, when we upgrade our energy centers or our energy systems to a level that is more aligned with our soul, with our being, it goes right down to our cells. So, and it's sometimes an instant change. Most often it has to happen over time. So when we reclaim our energy systems, we literally can reclaim our health, and it can go down to the cellular level. So that's actually a really exciting thing.
Yeah, I agree. It's really a fascinating thing, and something that's not really kind of discussed in the medical industry. But you know, I look back to when I was younger. I was reading How to Win Friends and Influence People and The Power of Positive Thinking at like 9 or 10. Wow. And the only reason really is because my dad left the books out on the coffee table, and I was daddy's girl. So what did I wanted to pick the books up and read the same thing. But, you know, I found that they made such a difference to my life, and that, you know, it was a way of kind of upgrading my thinking, as it were. And I've continued to do that and still continue to do that to this day. And as Jen said, it really is, at a cellular level and at an energy level, you can feel there's such a difference in your thinking. If you upgrade your thinking and your thought patterns, and you actually examine some of the beliefs that you have and pull them out, take a look at them and go, okay, is this really what I believe? Or is this something that I picked up when I was younger? Most of our beliefs are. We learn them from family, from friends, from educators around us, and we just take it as truth. And it's not until later in life that we really stop to look and say, is this really serving me? Is it even true? Is it true for me? And is this something that I should change? Because it is possible to change our beliefs. Sometimes, as you said, it happens in an instant where you suddenly go, whoa, okay, that is not true. And I can't believe I even thought that. And there are other beliefs that will take some time to change, but, and that's why it's an ongoing process, and we have to love the journey, right? Because it's not all about the destination. It's all about the journey as we're going along.
It absolutely is all about the journey. And what I love about Rachel's viewpoint is I was talking about energy healing and Rachel was talking about reading. So as you can see, there's more than one way to get to where you want to go. And the joy is indeed in the journey.
Oh, I love that. I love that you talked about that, because I know for me, one of those things that I tapped into, I guess when it comes to energy healing was, you know, I was a massage therapist years ago. So that was kind of my first introduction to you know, certain types of energy healing, and of course expanded from that, and, you know, acupuncture and different things and people that I've met, which I've found to be always so fascinating, just the differences on approach to healing the body and what can be done. What are some of the tools that you ladies have found to be beneficial, maybe when it started off in your journey or what you use with your clients to help them to start to rewire some of these neural pathways and make these changes in their lives and create like new habits?
That's a great question, Tara. For me, I also have a background in massage. Before I went to massage school, I was in polarity school, and polarity therapy is basically like a form of energy and a form of body work. It's basically like acupuncture without the needles. And mixed in with polarity, in this polarity school that I was at, we learned about crystal healing. So we learned about really deep energy healing. So when one has the intention to reclaim one's health, of course, I'm going to put it in terms of the podcast, if that's okay. Really, or
we
even
can't help it. It's how we think.
Exactly. It's just how we think, it's just kind of, it's how we roll. Right. So when one makes that decision, the path has already begun. The journey's already begun. So that in itself can be very empowering. However, there are more things that need to happen. I think what's really great about this, like I was saying before, Rachel had a great take on, changing yourself or changing your health on a cellular level
really,
than I did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you can actually, there are any number of ways that you can take. And I think there's really no right or wrong way. It's what speaks to the individual, because of course we are individuals and we each have our individual paths. We each have our individual lives, though we are all one ultimately. But my path to where I want to be is not the same as yours, Tara. It's not the same as Renee's. It's not the same as yours, Rachel. So I think that's the most important thing that I would want to leave your viewers with, is that it really is up to you how you want to do this. But I think the important thing is that you have the intention and that you take the action.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I have to agree. Everybody is different, and it's a question of trying different modalities until you find what works for you. But my background is kind of different. So I came at it from a Western medicine, started with Western medicine. So a lot of what we're talking about today was not that didn't come until later. Certainly. I spent 19 years in cancer research in the lab, like all the scientists trying to find a cure for cancer. And I had to stop and ask myself, having seen the healthcare in Europe and the healthcare.
Oh, no.
Is that me freezing up, or is that Rachel?
I think it's Rachel. Oh, no, she was like, right, we're giving us some good nuggets. Can you still hear me, Genevieve?
Okay,
Yeah,
you've already been diagnosed. Let's see what we can do to fix it. What can we do to prevent this? And that was a big mindset shift for me, really, to want to focus on really helping people prevent it. Now, I don't see patients myself. I have the PhD, and most of my background is in research, so I don't see patients myself. But what I do work with holistic health practitioners to get their message out on the marketing side, because I think it's such an important message that we need these days. But as far as you were talking about, what kind of modalities, the biggest one for me in the last couple of years has been meditation. I'd heard about it. I kind of tried it on and off. I'd been to some classes, didn't really take it seriously. And then it was probably coming up for close to 2 years ago. So living in Tampa, obviously, we have a lot of hurricanes come through or tropical storms. And a couple of years ago, this storm was predicted to head straight for Tampa, which is a very stressful time. So for about the 2 weeks beforehand, you're tracking it on the map and on the weather. You're always looking, where is it now? Where is it heading? How fast is it going? Is it going to be a Cat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? What? So the 2 weeks beforehand are really stressful. And I just remember thinking, this is insane. Just hurry up and get here. And and it really made me stop and think, if only I'd started to meditate, I know I would handle this stress a lot better. So I promised myself that there was too much going on while while it was heading for us, and then while it was on top of us, to actually try and start meditating at that point. But I promised myself, as soon as this is gone, I will start meditating, and I will commit to it, and I will do it on a regular basis. So it's coming up 2 years now. It's been an interesting journey. I started slowly, but the impact has just been like night and day. I feel like a different woman completely. And I know there's still more improvements to come. So one thing we talk a lot about on the podcast is meditation and how powerful it is. And there'll be a lot of people who are like me, who are like, yeah, I heard it all before. And it's not really until you come to a stressful point in your life where you go, okay, I need that.
Till you get to that point where you need, something needs to change. And usually when we find that something needs to change, it's something within ourselves. Very often.
I love that you shared that, because I know that was my journey, because as you know, I'm a meditation teacher too. And it was the stress. It was so much. And it was like, meditate. But then finally it was like, I need to know why. Why am I meditating? What's the purpose? And then, as I got into it, the same for me, it was life changing. And I realized how impactful it was. And especially branching into collective meditation. And, there's a whole bunch of fun kind of research even on that. So, I find it really fascinating. And I just love diving into learning more and more about it.
Yeah. So not long after I left the lab, actually, and, moved out of research, they published a paper about meditation. And just stepping back, my PhD was in molecular genetics, looking at the genes which are mutated in cancer compared to normal cells. So love genetics, have done since I was like 14. People think it's crazy, but I'm a geek.
I have a bit of that in my background too.
Yeah,
so I can relate.
You do. Well, yeah, we have similar backgrounds. You were smart though; you didn't go quite so far as me. But so when this paper came out, this research paper came out a couple of years after I left the lab, that was about gene regulation and gene expression in people who meditated. I found it fascinating, and basically, to summarize it, they showed that meditation turns off genes that are involved in inflammation. And I think that's a beautiful connection between you and I, Jen, and the two different angles that we come from. One from, we both have science backgrounds, but coming from that very much Western medicine science background, and seeing that integration with how the Eastern practices like meditation can actually affect gene expression and reduce inflammation in the body. And
Absolutely.
To me, that was just fascinating. It was proof to me of what I believed was going on. So very cool.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I really believe in a holistic approach, meaning the Western medicine, Western science and techniques mixed with Eastern, and all sometimes called alternative methods. So there's just so much that we can do to reclaim our health. It's just amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. I love that you shared all that information, because that's kind of where I got fascinated in the whole thing. And I'm kind of just a nerd, so I like to read things. And then as I started to practice and experience the benefits, I just became really passionate about sharing them with other people. So you have to just tell us a little bit about this. I was talking to Genevieve before we got on live here, and you've got a summit that's in the works called Reclaim Your Hormones. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that? Because that sounds super exciting, and I'm sure my viewers would be very interested in learning more about that. Oh, I think we lost Rachel for a moment, but she might be back.
I think we might, hopefully she'll be back.
Hopefully she'll be back.
Yeah, so our Reclaim Your Hormones Summit is basically, if you are a woman who is having trouble with her hormones and you're just not feeling right, whether you're having trouble with your periods, whether you're having trouble with perimenopause, whether you're having trouble with menopause, any of those, there is a solution. There are a number of solutions, and that's what Reclaim Your Hormones is all about. We are so victimized sometimes by our own bodies, and our hormones can go crazy, And we can feel like we're going crazy and that our health is just not in our own hands anymore. And fortunately, there's so much that we can do to get our hormones more under control. Things may not be perfect all the time because, we women have different cycles, we have different periods in our lives, but the basic gist of the Reclaim Your Hormones Summit is that there are things we can do. Just like with our podcast, Reclaim Your Health, that's why we're calling it Reclaim Your Hormones. So Rachel, do you have anything else to add about Reclaim Your Hormones? And glad you're back. Oh, did we lose her again? Oh, shucks. Hopefully she'll be back soon.
She's doing the Houdini thing today.
Yeah, exactly. Her disappearing act and her reappearing act.
So is there an official date for that yet, Genevieve, when it's coming out, or that's just coming out this year at some point?
The actual Reclaim Your Hormones Summit will go live April 8th. And we're going to be rolling out different videos, different master classes about that. And we're also going to be, on April 8th, we're going to have a membership site that women can get into with lots and lots of great bits of, not bits, that's the wrong term, great resources is what I meant to say. There's just so much that can be done. And it's not a situation where, oh, it's too bad, you're just going to have to learn to live with it. No, not with Reclaim Your Hormones and not with the Reclaim Your Health membership site. And we're also going to have a Facebook group included in that. So that we're going to have all kinds of freebies in there, all kinds of great resources and information.
Lots of great experts, definitely.
Yes.
It's going to be exciting.
Absolutely. Yeah, so
I
Rachel,
love it.
Yeah, so while you're gone, I've just been filling the viewers in on Reclaim Your Hormones and on our new Reclaim Your Health membership site. I'm so excited. I'm slurring my words here.
No problem. Yeah. So along with your episode, Tara, that they loved, a lot of our most popular episodes have been about hormones, and obviously because a lot of women are having issues with them. So we've been interviewing experts. We don't pretend we have all the answers. We go out and find the experts and bring them to you and find the answers that you need.
Absolutely.
I love that. And where can everybody go to find out more information or where to sign up so that they don't miss anything? Because I think this is absolutely fabulous and I'm excited about this completely.
Yeah, they can find us. They can find our podcast on iTunes or any podcast app that they already have on their phone. Just search for Reclaim Your Health. Our website is reclaimyourhealth.us. And obviously we have a Facebook page and Facebook group that you're welcome to search for, Reclaim Your Health. And the new membership program is at reclaimyourhealth.us/masterclass. So you can go and check it out there.
Awesome. Well, this has been amazing, ladies. Is there anything that you would like to each leave the viewers before we go today in regards to moving forward and changing your mindset?
I think there's a couple of things that is the foundation of our philosophy. I know you'd agree, Jen. Firstly, that self-care is not selfish. You have to put yourself first, and it's really, really, really hard as a mom. Yes, I know, and we're taught to put everyone else first. But if you don't fill your well up, then you have nothing left to give. So that's one of our first ones. And one of the second ones that we talk about, which I know you can speak to, Jen, is that now is the time for us to take responsibility for our health. Don't give it up to your doctor. Don't give it up to your family. Now is the time to take responsibility, to make the changes that you need to make so that you can be the person for them that you need to be.
Absolutely, Rachel. I don't think I could have put it better myself. The important thing, and I kind of opened with this when Tara first asked me about it, we don't have to wait to be rescued. Mm-hmm. This isn't a Disney movie. We don't have to, wait for Prince Charming to kiss us and, bring us out of our slumber, our coma. We can rescue ourselves. We can do this ourselves. And that's what's so exciting about this. And we're forming a really great community. And we're so excited to be partnering here with Tara and talking about this and bringing this message out. And Tara's been a great guest of ours, and we look forward to having her back when she's ready.
Yeah, so I advise you to go check out her interview. It's great.
Absolutely. It really is. It's fantastic.
Well, thank you so much, ladies. This has been amazing. You always have amazing knowledge and information to share, and I can't wait for the summit. I'm really excited about it. So we will absolutely make sure we include the links below for everybody to find out where they can go. And on behalf of Renee, I would like to say thank you for everybody that joined us here today. Give us some hearts, share the video out, because it's a very powerful message. And these ladies are great. I know them both personally. And it was such an honor to have them here today. So thank you so much for watching the Soul and Social. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks so much, Tara.